let's say a year in, maybe 2 years in, how do you see PPC that's successful, and what does it mean even? Like, after the launch ended, after product is already like consistently getting reviews, maybe getting sales, is profitable. How do you work with the PPC at that point?
Okay, great question. So, back in the days, people were able to do PPC very aggressively when they launched, and then they, went off PPC entirely and the product did well. Today, that's very rare, okay? You always need PPC for most of your products in order to maintain your rank, to maintain your organic position, right? Amazon has taken up the PPC takes up like above the fold, right? Like 60% of the page, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now you have the top, the first row is PPC. Then you have, for one row, organic. Then you have video. Then you have all these other widgets as top rated and, Amazon's choice. So many, basically 50% of the page is ads, okay? So if you're going to stop ads ever on a product, you will lose a ton of visibility and it might hurt your product. So you always need to continue to run ads, and you need to be at a healthy tacos that makes sense for you, right? So what's considered a healthy tacos? On the higher end, it's 15%. Usually above that, it's hard for a seller to make real profit. But again, sometimes, especially let's say in certain categories, people make with large margins, people go up to even a 20% tacos. So again, what's considered a good tacos? That's always up to your product, and it also depends if you can afford it, right? Meaning to say, if you have a 20% tacos and you're still making good money, that's fine, right? Again, but usually a healthy taco should be in the range of 8 to 15%, 50% on the higher side. Now we have clients that have a tacos of 1%, 2%, 3%, right? So it all depends, obviously, in the category. But just to say, an average between 8 to 15%, that's what you will always probably need to spend on PPC in order to maintain your momentum, right? To make sure the product is still ranking and gets sales. So basically, I hope I answered your question, right? After 1 or 2 years, still do PPC, but in the beginning, your tacos will be higher and you probably won't be making money in the launch phase. But after that, you should make sure that your PPC is, as a percentage of total sales, is again between 8 to 15%. And of course, make sure that you're still making money. So find the tacos that fits, for your budget, your product. If you have a tacos of 10% and you don't make money because you don't have the margins, that's obviously not considered the good tacos, right?
Yeah, man, I understand. And that definitely answers the question.